When you hear the word cheerleading, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Super hyper girls jumping around with pom-poms, right? I think hard work, dedication, and lots of practice. Cheerleading is a sport that calls for time, responsibility, and trust. When I say the word trust, I mean the trust a cheerleader has to put her life in another's hands. Stunning is a very dangerous but thrilling activity that cheerleaders do. Co-ed stunning is when a male cheerleader lifts a female cheerleader in the air. Sounds easy, right? There's some steps to stunning that needs to be taken seriously. One of the obstacles to making cheering safer is the passion of most cheerleaders share for it so much that they are often undeterred by climbing injury stats or even their own injury, said Amy Mendel. First is safety. Safety, the most important part of stunning because you don't want anyone getting hurt. Second is having guidance, someone there who knows what they're talking about. Third is practice. Practice makes perfect. The more practice, the better you'll get. Let's talk more about these steps. First, safety. When I say the word safety, I'm talking about having spots, which are people around the two participating in the stunt. Cheerleaders should be exposed to the proper conditioning programs and trained in proper spotting techniques, said Frederick Muller from the Journal of Athletic Training. You can never have too many spots. The people spotting should be alert and ready to catch the top girl if anything were to go wrong. The guy that is tossing the girl should have a full understanding of everything that he needs to do before he has her life in his hands. Then, that's when step 2 comes into play, guidance. It's important for someone to be there that can explain and show just what exactly to do and answer any questions that that person might have before trying. These 2 steps should be fully understood before step 3 is even thought about. Now step 3, practice. To begin practices, the girls must always remember to be tight and stiff as possible. Doing so makes it easier for the base to catch her feet. Before just going straight into catching the feet, the guy should start out by doing toss drills. Toss drills are where the guy is getting used to tossing the girl straight up above his head. He will grab at her waist and she will grab at his wrist. He wants to make sure not to pull her in or throw her forward. The girl will take a bounce and lean back just a little, remembering not to drop her chest. She will jump straight up, and once she feels that the guy's arms are almost extended fully, she will then flick against his wrist and straight down, pushing herself up. As the girl comes back down, the guy will catch her at her waist as high as he can reach and slow her down as she touches the ground. The girl will grab at the wrist when she comes down. The base will get used to the feeling, and after practicing the toss drills, they will be high and he will be ready to move on for looking for the feet. When trying to toss to hands for the first few times, make sure to use a spotter at the side of the stunt to catch the person coming off the front of the back. Also, in the case of the top person may be falling, bases must immediately let go of the feet and attempt to grab the upper body to protect the top girl's head and neck. Very good advice from Varsity.com. When starting out with toss to hands, you want to do exactly the same thing you did in the toss drill, except you're going for the feet this time. So both people will dip together, and the guy will explode with arms and legs, and the girl will jump and stay tight. The guy and girl will flick at the top, and the guy will look for the feet as the girl continues to go up. He will follow the feet and catch them at his shoulders. After catching your feet, he can then adjust his grip to make it level and even by popping one side up at a time until he or she feels comfortable. The girl will remain tight as possible as the bases get ready for pop-off. He will then dip with his legs and give a nice little pop so that the girl has time to bring her feet back together and reach for his wrist. He will be reaching for her waist just as he would in a toss drill. The top girl must remember to always stay tight and not let her chest fall forward. After lots of practice, this will become like a second nature. It will get easier and easier, and after a while, you can begin to advance and try different stunts. Remember, the 3 steps. safety, guidance, and practice will help you continue throughout your cheerleading. Have spots, ask questions, and if you're not sure about something before trying it, and practice.